Hello YouTubers. It's been well over a year since I bought my Kubota BX tractor, and I thought it should be about time that I get a 1-year review out to you guys. So that's what this video is going to be. I'm going to try to keep it short. I'm going to try to keep it under the 6 to 8 minute mark. So anyways, let's talk about the Kubota BX1880. All right, I'm going to move this tractor out into a little bit better location and do a walk around, and we'll talk about some of the things I like and some of the things I don't like. It's going to be mostly things that I do like because I think that I made the perfect choice when I picked this tractor out. But let's get it into the shade where it's a little cooler because it's hot and sunny right now. So let's park it and let's talk. Okay, so here we are with the Kubota BX1880. It's a 2022, I think it's a 2022. I bought it in April, I think it was, of 2022, early April. It was in the crate when I bought it, so I'm assuming it's a 2022. Anyways, when we bought this tractor, the main reason we bought it was because we had just finished building a log home, and all of our yard, all of this grass over here, you know, it was just a construction site at the time, and we needed to spread a bunch of soil, and we built a patio over there and all that stuff. So I got some estimates from local landscaping companies to spread the soil and seed that side lot right there, the front of the yard and the side lot. It also included the back, which we haven't done yet, but they were asking, you know, they were up in the $15,000 range, and that just seemed like an awful lot of money to me. Also, the patio on the side of the house, we were getting quotes for, you know, anywhere from $9,000 to $11,000, and you know, between the patio and the soil and the seeding, you know, we were going to be up in the, you know, $25,000 range, and it just didn't. I was having a hard time swallowing that pill. That seemed like an awful lot of money, especially after we just finished building this house and already spent quite a lot of money building it. So I just couldn't get myself to give that money away to someone. So I thought it was a better idea to go out and purchase a tractor and do it myself. And you know, I did a lot of research. We almost went with the John Deere 1 Series, but in the end I went with this tractor, the BX1880. I had some friends that have tractors, and they were trying to convince me that it was a better idea to upsize the tractor, get something with a more lift capacity, a bigger bucket, just a whole bunch of things. And although that may have come in handy for the initial project of spreading 150 yards of soil, it would have definitely done it faster if I had a bigger bucket with more lift capacity. But you know, I had nothing but time. So and I thought that anything larger than this tractor was not going to be necessary for general maintenance around my property after I had completed the initial task, which I am now done with. So upsizing and spending more money on a bigger tractor didn't make sense to me. I thought, you know what, if it takes me a little longer to do it with this tractor, then so be it. So rear PTO, I don't, you know, I was, you know, a lot of people are saying get a bigger, you know, horsepower tractor because of the PTO, and I couldn't think of any PTO, rear PTO implements that I might use that would justify spending more money. So not in my property anyways. The only thing I could think of that would be a PTO wood chipper, but you know, I rented a wood chipper early on when we took some trees down, but I haven't found a need for it since. So I don't even think that would be worthwhile for me at this point. So so in the end, this tractor turned out to be the perfect size for me. We purchased this tractor back in, again, like I said, in April, early April of 2022. I believe prices have come up a bit since we purchased it. We paid cash and we got it for $14,200, and then we added the third function valve because I thought I might want a grapple at some point, or maybe a plow blade or something. I haven't gotten anything yet, so I kind of feel like I might have wasted the money, but you know, I probably will get something eventually, probably a grapple. You know, but I just haven't had to use that third function yet. But you know, that was an additional $600 installed. So in the end, I paid $14,800 plus tax. I ended up adding the mower deck after the fact, probably like 2 months after the fact. Once we started getting grass coming up and we needed to start mowing, that's when I added the mower deck. And I believe I paid $1,700 for that. So anyways, the tractor has been phenomenal. I've had a couple issues, minor issues, nothing to speak of. I should have probably been a little more careful. I was removing the loader to mow one day, and I don't know, I must have missed a step in the sequence. But when I was taking it off, I somehow snapped this pin right here, broke it, and so I had a hard time getting the loader. It was like stuck halfway on and halfway off. It was a beginner's mistake. My dealer has excellent customer service. They sent someone out and repaired it under warranty. They did it right in my driveway. I didn't have to worry about it. So, you know, but aside from that, this tractor has been fantastic. I have no issues, no complaints whatsoever. I've seen a few people complain about some leaks, hydraulic leaks. I haven't had that. I don't particularly like, one of the things I don't like is this grill. It never really lined up. You can see right there, it doesn't clip in. It was like that right out of the gate, but it's stiff. It doesn't really move, you know, so it doesn't really bother me much. And it probably would have got dinged up and, you know, tweaked a little anyways as I use it. But, you know, the thing mows really nice. I've never had a riding mower. Before we built this house, I lived in Boston. I had about, I don't know, maybe a little less than a quarter acre, maybe a quarter acre to mow, and I always push mowed my whole life. So I never really had a riding mower until now, and I feel like this is like a mower that will last me a lifetime. One of the things I did do is I added the heavy hitch and some weights on the back. That helped a lot when I was spreading the dirt. You know, 150 yards of dirt, a full bucket is enough. You know, when you move in, it's enough to make the back wheels jump. So having the extra ballast on the back definitely helped with that. I could probably even use 2 more weights back there, but for now it's working fine. You know, later on, probably either in the fall or maybe early next spring, I'll walk back here really quick. I know I'm trying to keep this video short, but if you look back here, we've got a little bit of a slope in the backyard, and I think at some point, let me see if you can see the angle. Yeah, you see how it slopes right there? At some point, I'm probably going to put a little wall up at the tree line, maybe just some boulders, and maybe bring some dirt and try to bring the grade up back here a little bit, so that we can have more level yard back here. But we haven't done anything back here yet, and oddly the grass started growing. We did spread some seed in early fall when we were overseeding the side yard. We had some seed left over and we spread it back here, and it actually came in without even putting any soil down. So I don't know, but anyways, we'll probably do something with that either this fall, probably not till next spring. To be quite honest with you, I'm kind of tired of doing work around here. I've been working out here for 2 years, but the tractor has been great. One thing I will say, you got to be careful on the slopes. It's a little tippy. You have to kind of know. I was an inexperienced user. I'd never ridden a tractor before or operated one, and this is my first time out with this tractor, and I've gotten pretty good at it. But you have to learn where the tip over point is, because sometimes when you're on a slope, it can feel a little unstable and it makes you a little nervous. But I I do not have wheel weights, or not wheel weights. What do you call them? I can't think of what I'm thinking of. Spacers, wheel spacers. But I've seen some people put some wheel spacers on there, and they say that it helps. But maybe I'll try that at some point. But overall, I like the tractor. I feel like I made a good choice. I know some people say, you know, don't get the 1880, it's too underpowered, whatever. But there is an application for this tractor, and there is a user for this tractor, and I happen to fall into that category. And I'm not one, I typically like to overspend, you know, buy something bigger than I need. But in this case, I just didn't want to spend the extra money on it. And I'm glad I didn't, because this tractor has been superb for me. I've used it for a whole bunch of stuff. I built a patio over on the side. Let me see if I can zoom in. That patio over there, I built that. I used it to lift a pellet stove out of my truck bed and bring it over to the porch and put it right on the porch and onto a little moving dolly to get the brand new, you know, 600-pound pellet stove into my house. Otherwise, it would have cost me $400 to get it delivered. So it's, you know, it saved me a lot of money, and it's definitely paid for itself twice over, at least at this point. I would have had to buy a riding mower anyways, which would have cost me, if I just got a cheap store-bought riding mower, it would have cost me $2,500 to $3,000. So, you know, between, you know, saving on paying a landscaper and building a patio and, you know, all the other miscellaneous tasks that I've done around the house, this tractor has saved my back and saved my wallet, and it's one of the better purchases I've made in a long time, especially when building a new home. So if anybody has any questions on this tractor, feel free to leave a comment and I'll get back to you. The tractor has about 80 hours on it right now. It's not a lot of use, but, you know, I've had it for a year, over a year. It was a year in April, so May, June, July, August, so a year and 4 months, about 80 hours, and it's worked flawlessly. I've had absolutely no issues, with the exception of that pin breaking on the loader, and that was user error. So if anybody has any questions, drop it in the comments and I'll get back to you. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to my channel. I'm approaching 1,000 followers, and I'm hoping to do it before the end of the year. So anyways, thanks again for watching. I hope this video has been helpful to anybody that's considering this tractor, and we will catch you on the next one.